Welcome to a new episode of Triggre Weekend Masterclass, and today I'm going to show you how to create a dashboard with tasks. And first of all, I'm going to show you that in the actual application, and after that I'm going to show you how to create that within the designer. Well, you might think, what is a dashboard with tasks? Well, let me show you what I mean by that. So we have an application. In this case, I uploaded the template calling complaint, and you see a lot of complaints here. Some are open, some are closed, some are assigned to myself, some are assigned to somebody else, and some of them are assigned to nobody. And often it helps people to have lists that they can complete throughout the day. And technically, at the end of the day, you could make sure that your list is on, let's say, well, has 0 open items. And that's a feature that I create a lot of times in projects. So what we see here in our dashboard is that we have 3 items. Item number 1, unassigned items. Item number 2, open items assigned to me. And number 3, all complaints. And what you would normally hope is that at least the unassigned items is, all items at the end of the day are assigned. And to do that, you would like to open just the unassigned items. So if I would click go to unassigned complaints, I only see the items which are not assigned yet. And that means that I can really easily complete this task because I have all the items concerned in one overview. And if I would go back to my dashboard and I would look at open items assigned to me, I only see the items assigned to me. And that really helps me instead of if I have to go through all complaints every time when I open this page. Because I have to search for myself and look at those. I've got the open ones, the closed ones. No, from the dashboards, it's a lot easier. Well, you can do this with like open and unassigned items. You can also do that with other tasks that you need to execute. Doesn't matter. So let me explain to you how this works in the designer. Well, in the designer itself, it consists of 3 items. First, we've got a data item, which represents the dashboard. Secondly, we have a flow part, which calculates the dashboard for that specific user, because it can be different for the different users that use your application. And of course, number 3 is the user flow to show the actual dashboard. So let's start with the data item itself. And what we see here is we have a data item called dashboard, and it consists of 4 properties: when it was created, the items concerning the user, which it's applied to, and a value. And that value can be a number, the number of tasks that you need to do. And what we do is, at item, we create a pick list with the different tasks that you need to do. So we've got the unassigned items, the open items, and the all complaints. So when we have this dashboard created, well, the data item, we need to calculate the different items itself. So we have a flow part, which is called calculate dashboard. And what we actually do here is, we start by, create a lookup with all the dashboard items linked to this user. And first we're going to delete all of them because we would like to update them, and it's easier to just delete them all and then add new ones. And then, well, in this case we've got 3 of them, so we do a lookup to all complaints without the assigned to. It's a normal lookup with a filter, it's not that complicated. And then we create a calculation which counts all those items. So we count all the items that we created in the lookup, as you can see here. Count items in list, all complaints without assigned to. all complaints without assigned to. And then we create a dashboard item. So we create a new item in the dashboard, we add a created on, and we select an item. And we use a specific pick list in this case, a specific value, and we select one of the items that we would like to represent on our dashboard. Well, in this case, it's number 1, unassigned items. Furthermore, we link it to the user, which we got from an input. And finally, we add the value that we calculated as well. That was the count all complaints without assigned to. And that's what we add to the data item dashboard. The all complaints item, it doesn't have a value. At least it's not that interesting. At least in this example. So we don't have to create lookups or actions to count things. We just make a created on, select a different item, in this case all complaints, link the user to it, and we don't define a value, so it stays empty. Simple as that. So now I'm going to show you how this works in the user flow. So we have a user flow, which is called dashboard. And in that user's flow, we start by executing the flow part calculate dashboard first. So before we reach the page dashboard, we first remove all the items that we had of the dashboard and recreate them. And we can show those items on the dashboard just as a table. And after that, what we do is we use a cross-user flow to the actual page. And what is important in this case is that you don't want to have 28 buttons underneath your page. You only want to see the button of that specific page to go to when you click on the item. And you use a rule for that. So we have a button here, go to the unassigned complaints. And this item, this button, is only shown with an additional rule when the selected dashboard in the table item is unassigned items. So if I would go back to the normal application, there it is. The button only pops up when I click the top one, unassigned items. And that's what you see happening here as well, go to unassigned complaints. If I click the other one, it says go to my open complaints. If I click the bottom one, it shows go to all complaints. So that's an important one in this case. And then you use a cross-user flow to refer to, well, the page that you would like to show. In this case, the complaint overview, or, well, the default page of it. Doesn't matter that much. One more thing. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like our video.